Welcome back to How Happenings. Today is a very special day. It is January 31st, and that marks 1 year since I released my song, Dear Dad. This song means so much to me because it was an experience that I had to go through that literally changed who I am today. And honestly, I've come such a long way since we released that song. I thought it'd be really fun to sit down with you guys and watch this video together. For those of you who are new to the channel and haven't heard or seen the music video to Dear Dad, I highly recommend that you watch that first. I'll put the link in the description or I'll put it somewhere up in the screen. Click it, go watch it. Once you finish, come back to this video so that you can follow along with me as I go and talk throughout the video and kind of explain more in detail about lyrics that I like and scenes that I like. I also want to give a shout out to Steven, to Caitlin, and my niece Coco, who portrayed my family in this music video, and a shout out to Tanner for being the artist of this song. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous to watch this video. I haven't seen this music video in a long time, and I know it's gonna bring back some feelings I haven't felt in a long time, but I'm excited that you guys are here with me, so we're just gonna get started. And before I even push play, I want to talk about the first shot that you're about to watch. It's of my niece Coco, who's representing me as a little girl, and she's sitting in the middle of this warehouse with just a spotlight on her. This scene is so powerful because when I was planning on locations that I wanted for this music video, I kept thinking a warehouse. Warehouse kept popping up in my mind, and the reason why I wanted a warehouse was because, you know, if you think of a warehouse, it's big, it's empty, it's cold, it's dark, you know, and I feel like that represents a lot of my feelings, and I wanted to put that in a visual, so I feel like we really captured that in this first scene. So let's get started.
Dear Dad, I wish you could understand all the pain that I felt and that it's been at your hand. I've tried to write it down, but the words just don't suffice. How it feels when a man leaves his daughter and his wife, and it cuts like a knife when I see the other girls get picked up by their dad. Happy, knowing that I'll never know that love.
Okay, I want to talk about that lyric, which says, when I see the other girls get picked up by their dad, knowing that I'll never know that love. What that lyric means is, I have 3 older sisters, and we all have different dads. We lived with my mom growing up. Over the weekend, my sister's dads would come and pick them up and take them out and have a good time. And I remember when I was younger, I would sit by the window of the apartment we lived in, and I would watch each dad pull up, pick up my sister. Next dad, pull up, pick up my other sister. And I remember feeling sad and a little jealous because my sisters got to go out and have fun. And I was mostly sad though because I didn't get to experience that one-on-one time with my dad, and to see my sisters be excited to see their dads just kind of made me feel a certain way. So I'm glad that Tanner and I were able to put that in the song.
What's worse is you took advantage of my mom. With her unconditional love, she was trying to drag your ass along.
Okay, first of all, my niece does such a good job representing me as a kid and also playing her role. This scene that you're looking at is actually filmed in my mom's apartment, which is the apartment that I grew up in when I was little. So it was pretty crazy to have film and recreate this story in the same place that it actually happened. I mean, if you look around, you can see everything's really worn down. I mean, this apartment is pretty old, so everything's just kind of worn down. I want to point out the fact that Steven, who's playing my dad right here, I don't show his face at all in the music video, and there's a reason for that. I don't know if you guys remember old cartoon shows that had the parents in some shots, but it only showed their hands or their bodies. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I feel like that was a way for me to want to forget everything about him, and I wanted to make him a character that wasn't important to the story. I tried my best to just show his hand movements and his body language. I think we did a good job with that. I also really love this angle because it kind of shows more perspective of what it's like being smaller and younger and scared, and you know, you're just kind of like covering your ears because you don't like to hear your parents arguing. But I love this angle because behind Coco you see my mom and dad arguing. So let's keep watching.
Afraid that you get left behind, she didn't want to see you fall, and you paid it back by stealing money, lying and being unfaithful. You're a coward, and your reign has reached its end. For the last time, don't look back, don't want to see your face again.
Okay, that scene was really a really powerful moment. Coco was chasing after Steven. I told her, hey, when he turns the corner, run after him. When he closes the door, just, we'll cut right there, okay? As we were rolling, right when Steven closed the door, we were about to cut the cameras, but Coco put her body on the door and slid to the ground and kind of put herself in this position that you saw. I remember watching her do that, and I was just like taken back. Me, Tanner, and Joseph were just looking at each other like, whoa. You know, because we didn't tell Coco to act that part out. And I think that's a moment I'll never forget because Coco was able to express what she thought a little child would feel in that situation. And I thought it was just such a beautiful moment. I think she was 6 at the time. And for her to acknowledge that was just like, whoa. And it was a powerful moment. I mean, it gave us goosebumps.
You walk out that door a million times just to let you back in, to make me cry. I'm done thinking you can change. There's too much damage to erase. Dear Dad, we're done, it's too late. I'm gone.
Okay, I love those 2 shots that we just watched. I love the shot where Coco's running in the warehouse, and I love this shot right here of the rabbit. These 2 shots represent powerful emotions that I felt as a child. It really felt like at times I was running in the dark and it was endless. Like it just kept going and going. And in that shot, it just looks like it never ends. And so I'm glad we were able to capture that. And that's still at the warehouse. I mean, this warehouse is huge. So we shot in different parts of it. It just seems like that feeling was just never ending.
Heard you moved on, found a new family too. If I didn't know any better, might even be happy for you. But I know it's a lie, convinced all of them it's the truth. I've been fooled one too many times to ever believe in you.
Okay, I love those 2 shots where it's going back to me and then going back to a younger version of myself, because I feel like it shows a heavy weight that I've been carrying ever since I was little. It's the same pain that I felt as a child and the same pain that I feel as an adult. So I kind of like that it reflects back and forth like that.
But maybe you have changed because you left some receipts in the house, a present you bought for all of the kids of your spouse.
Okay, I feel like I keep stopping it, but there's so many things I want to talk about. This part really is bringing back old feelings because shooting this scene with my mom was a little hard. All these pictures you see are actually photos of me and my mom and my dad. When I just look at my mom, she's my life. She's my world. She's my protector. She's my rock. She's been there for me ever since I was born. As we were filming this and reflecting back on times, it was hard for the both of us. It just reminds me of being a little girl, seeing moments of my mom cry and being hurt by my dad, and arguments after arguments. To kind of see my mom go through that was difficult. But yeah, just feeling with my mom with anything is always emotional for me.
Which is pretty amusing, cause I think you forgot about me. Every Christmas, never a gift from you to me under the tree. I ain't looking for sympathy, I ain't looking for you to come back to me, telling me sorry for letting me down over and over again till I'm under insanity. I just had to get this off my chest, dug a hole to get me out this mess. It's a great to lay your soul to rest. You walk out that door a million times just to let you.
Looking at that Candace sitting at the fire pit already brings back so much pain, because that Candace sitting there was probably in her darkest moment with this whole experience. I just can remember burning these photos. Even though we were filming it for a music video, this moment still felt real. Like, I know it was being recorded and we had planned these shots out, but this moment was real for me. And burning these photos was a way for me to kind of just let it go, to just forget about the past, burn it up, let it disappear. I never want to remember it. Let's move on. It honestly felt really good because I was hurting really bad.
Back in to make me cry. I'm done thinking you can change. Too much damage to erase. Dear Dad, we're done. It's too late. I'm gone.
Fun fact really quick. We were filming. Joseph or Tanner was like, you need to cry. You should try and cry for this scene. And I was like, okay, like I can do that. I'm already feeling the emotions. But I remember, 1, it was like really cold outside when we filmed this. And 2, all of a sudden, like I felt the pressure that I needed to cry on the spot. I just couldn't do it. I think we tried 3 times and then I couldn't do it. I was looking in the camera trying to be like, and I just kept laughing because I never cried in front of a camera before. Tanner had this cool idea to get honey from the kitchen and to put honey like on a little stick and then just kind of put it right in my eye and it would fall. And it worked. I mean, it looks really good. It looks like a tear, but now you know it's honey. So don't ask me to ever try and cry on the spot for filming because I can't do it. All right, let's just keep going.
I can't stop the bleeding. I've been calling out for you for too long. I can't keep believing that you're more than the man that you show. I've watched you walk out that door.
Wow, just looking at this, literally remembering everything like it just happened yesterday. First of all, my mom's a really good actress. Look at her pushing around Steven. She was like really scared to get physical with Steven, and I'm like, Mom, just pretend it's my dad. And she's like, all right, all right. She did really good right here, and this was a powerful moment between me and my mom too, because I've been in this situation countless times, arguing, leaving the house as a child, and as you see in this scene, now I'm a grown adult and the same thing's happening right here. I slammed my hand on the door. I really did do that. I did that hard too, because at that point I was done. I'm like, you know what, hit that wall, and it felt good. It really did feel good.
Times just to let you back in, to make me cry. I'm done thinking you can change. Too much damage to erase. Dear Dad.
We shot this scene and we only shot it one time. This hug right here, that was a real hug. Those were real tears, actually. I was actually really crying in this moment because as I hit that wall, as I'm sliding down with my hands on my face, I'm really bringing myself back as a child, feeling like, you know, my dad left again. It kind of makes me feel like I was abandoned, I was left behind. And for a moment, I'm there sitting alone at the door. But then seconds later, who shows up? My mom. My mom comes in, hugs me, she holds me, and that's when I start crying in this clip. It just reminds me that my mom will never, ever leave my side, even in my darkest moments. At my lowest of lows, that woman is always going to be there for me. This moment between us, we just both cried because we had each other's back. Yeah, I love my mom. All right, let's keep going.
We're done, it's too late. I'm gone. I hate you. And I think it's because I wanted to love you so bad. Maybe one day I'll find the strength to forgive you. Dear Dad.
I love the ending of this music video. I remember when I was planning out the ideas I had, this was one of the first shots that came to my mind, which is funny because it's the end of the song and it was one of the first visions I had that I wanted to make sure we got. I feel like it represents so many things. An older me looking at a younger version of myself, and I just feel like we're kind of in a way communicating that, look, you feel this pain as a child and honestly nothing's changed. And it just feels like a very big disappointment. I remember also debating whether to take out the part where I scream, I hate you, because we all know that hate is a very strong word. And I remember talking to Tanner about it. I'm like, man, should we keep this in or should we take it out? I don't know. Overall, I was like, you know what? This is how I feel. I really, in that moment, felt so strongly and just so angry that someone I tried to love so much just left. And I was like, no, we gotta leave it in. And I don't know if you can tell, but as Tanner's singing I hate you, I'm in the background saying the same thing. And I want to read these lyrics one more time. And I think it's because I wanted to love you so bad. Maybe one day I'll find the strength to forgive you. Dear Dad. In a way, it's closing the door, but also saying like, hey, right now, I really don't like you. We're gonna separate, but maybe one day we'll find a way to reunite and to love each other. And I kind of like that door is left open, because even though this is my story, it's kind of for everybody in different situations, and some people can forgive and some people can't. But I think it gives people power to either move on or if you're strong enough to forgive. And I love that power that people can have, and that's ultimately up to you, and no one can tell you what to do. So that's the song. Dear Dad, I can't believe it's already been a year. Like I said, so much has changed, and I'm really proud of the person I am today. I was able to get through that bump in my life, and I couldn't have done it without the people in my life, especially my husband Hunter. He really was there for me a lot and saw a lot of ugly parts of this experience, but I can't thank him enough for being there for me, and my mom, Tanner, being a part of this project and helping me write this song and putting it together, and Joseph for filming. Again, Steven, Caitlin, and Coco, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys watching this video with me. It was really cool to reflect back on this video because even though it brought back a lot of feelings, it doesn't have power over me anymore. I can feel that for just a moment, but now I'm strong enough to just brush it off and be like, I'm happy now, I'm good. And I love that. That's so cool because I didn't have that power at this time. There was no way for me to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I felt like I was gonna feel like this forever. Here I am, a year later. I'm happy. I have a daughter, still married. That's good. Thank you so much for all the people who support our channel, who show love, who comment, who share. That really means so much to me, and it motivates me so much to just keep working hard and making fun videos. This is something I've never done before, so please excuse my awkwardness. I'm not a pro at this. It's something I really wanted to do, especially that it's been a year since this song came out, and what better time to do it than now. Thank you for watching. The next video that we'll be putting out is our Q&A video, so stay tuned for that. Love you guys. See you next video.